Hello YouTube friends, it's Dr. Teresa again. Slowly the tank is starting to come together for the seahorses, so I just want to show you some of the things that I did in getting everything put together. Let me just turn this around. Here's the stand for the aquarium set that I told you I was able to pick up from a local thrift store. I don't know if you can see it, there's a little door here that opens in the front, but really there's nothing inside. And there's an opening to put the electrical supply and other things, that cords and things that we want to come out. You can see in there. What I ended up doing is taking a cloth, an old towel, rag, and I wiped out the inside and the outside. Usually when you have old equipment, furniture, things of that nature sitting for a while, it will collect cobwebs. It may still have nests from spiders' eggs, things like that. So I got all that cleaned up. I also cleaned up the aquarium after I tested it to make sure that it was holding water. And I used this plastic scrubbing sponge. And I used this because the aquarium, except for the very bottom plate, is made of acrylic. And it does have scratches in it already. I'm okay with that. It's used. I knew that it had that. But it won't interfere with my enjoyment of the seahorses. But I didn't want to scratch it up anymore. So it feels very plasticky, but it was safe for cleaning the inside of the aquarium. And basically, I just used soap and water, and then I rinsed it out really well. Just regular old dish soap, water from the hose, and then rinsed it out with the hose. For the outside, I tried to clean it up as much as I could, and then kind of polish it up a little bit. It's still not completely clean because some of the water residue dripped down after I let the tank dry. But I used a cleaner specific for plastic. And this again is to be used with a soft cloth so you don't scratch your acrylic aquarium. I did not use a window cleaner or anything that has ammonia in it because it will discolor acrylic. So just be careful about that when you're cleaning an acrylic aquarium. And then after I got the aquarium all cleaned, I took some vinyl stick-on background designed for aquariums. This is the classic black, and it's a static cling vinyl covering, and it's actually designed to go on the back of aquariums, but I put it on the bottom of this one. It doesn't look black now because it's in reverse. We're looking at the bottom of it here. But because this was an unusual shape and hard to cut, I did have to piece it a little bit, and to make sure it stayed in place because I pieced it, I did put some tape on there just to hold it. Once it's sitting on that stand, I think it's going to be fine. But let me show you the result of my doing that. I'm going to try to turn over the aquarium with one hand, so please forgive me a moment as I do that. Here we go. Now you'll notice when I'm looking down into the aquarium that the bottom looks black, and I want it to look like that because I don't plan to put substrate or any kind of gravel in this tank. One of the reasons is that seahorses, they eat a lot and they generate a lot of waste, but they also require very, very clean living conditions if they're going to remain healthy. And so by not putting gravel down, I'm eliminating a lot of hiding places where detritus or fish waste can build up and are not so easy to clean and get out. The black creates a nice contrast where I can see any waste particles, whether they're leftover food pieces or the actual waste from the seahorses themselves. I'll be able to vacuum those right out and see them very easily. The other thing that I did was started experimenting with my equipment and making sure that everything fit right. And so going back to that filter we talked about last time, I don't have it put together yet, but it doesn't matter. You can see it fits almost perfectly on the back of the aquarium there, or wherever I choose to make the back of the aquarium. And then I have the glass plates or lids that go on top. Let me see if I can get these out here. So that just slides right into place. And then there's another little piece for the front. I might experiment. I do have some hinges that I can use for aquarium lids, so it opens sort of like a door. And I do have a little handle here that I can put on. Just slips right on the edge and I can grab it. This would be the area that I would be using to feed the seahorses from. You can see there's not a lot of space left in the back once I put the power filter on and then I put the lid on. I really wanted to put some sort of protein skimmer on this aquarium. I actually have a cheap one that I thought I was going to use, but that's not going to fit. I have a nicer one, and that definitely won't fit. It's bigger, and I would have to literally recreate my own lid to be able to put it on there. But this is going to work nicely. A protein skimmer, for those of you who aren't familiar, is a tubular device that's somehow aerated either by an air stone and an air pump or by an aeration created by some sort of power jet or power head. And what it does is it creates bubbles, and those bubbles lift out the hidden proteins in an aquarium that we don't see with the visible eye, but they become very toxic for marine fish when they build up. So if you think about the ocean and a beach, you'll notice that when the waves splash on shore, you'll see sea foam. That foam is actually nature's way of protein skimming its ocean by splashing the waves on the shore. Those little foam bubbles are the proteins that build up in the ocean. You can see I put the light on top, and even though this isn't the light that came with the aquarium, and it's not even a perfect fit, but I think it's good enough. This is going to work. So this is where I'm at in the process now. Next video, I'm going to show you the location of where I'm going to put the aquarium and why I have chosen that spot, because you do need to give some thought. I know one important piece is the location, but there are other considerations for setting up a seahorse aquarium and the location you end up choosing in the end. So thanks for joining me today. I hope to see you in the next video, and we are definitely making progress. Bye-bye.